Somewhere along the way, many of us learned and believed that our homes are supposed to impress other people. But what if our homes were really meant to take care of us? Lately, I've been thinking a lot about what it really means to live like you love yourself. Not in a big, dramatic way, but in the everyday, ordinary choices we make in our homes. Because our homes are where our real lives happen. Not the picture-perfect version, and not the version meant to impress anyone else. Just us, or in my case, just me and the girls. And today I want to talk about what it looks like when we let our homes support the life we're actually living, not the one we think we should be living. I've lived here in this townhouse for almost 5 months now, and the cats have been with me for about 2.5 months. And I can say it really does feel like home for me, and I hope for them too. Considering that Baby spent about 2.5 years in the shelter and Bobbie about 3.5 years, I know it's going to take time for them to fully feel at ease. And I don't think they've lived in a home before. But they've been here long enough to start showing me what they like. And one thing they've made very clear, they love the couch. And I think this is one of those moments where living like you love yourself and everyone who lives with you comes into play. I know they love to scratch this couch, but it's fairly new to me, and they have so many other options here. This couch cover, it's nice, but no, it doesn't perfectly match the decor. It suited my last apartment much better, but for the money that I paid for it, it's going to have to do. A younger me would have hesitated to use it. I might have worried about how it looked or what someone else might think. But covering up this couch is the reality. And of course, while I do care what my home looks like, I don't care so much about it that I'm going to invest in another one of these, only a different color. Which, by the way, it's a great quality item, and I'll put a link in the description. It's just that they're not exactly inexpensive. I'd much rather protect the couch and not have to worry about it than worry about whether everything looks design style perfect. Because a home isn't a showroom, it's a place to live. And I know everyone has their own style and their own preferences. I've had comments that have said, your place doesn't look lived in, it's too sparse, not enough character. But how I've decorated my place is how I like to live. A little on the minimalist side, maybe more air around things than most people would prefer. But that's the beauty. We get to choose what we like. And what's most important is that we're living in a way that makes us feel comfortable, relaxed, and content. Sure, it's nice if other people like our home. Of course, that feels good too. But that shouldn't be why we choose a piece of furniture or paint the walls a certain color. And that idea that our homes don't need to impress anyone has been coming up for me a lot lately, especially as I've been settling in and really paying attention to how I want to live here. You all know that I had my small round dining table and pink chairs set up right here. Maybe not traditional colors, but a very traditional setup. And yet I wasn't using it, not really. I don't host dinner parties and I don't sit at the table and eat by myself on a regular basis. I do sit at the counter quite often and eat or do computer work there. But here's a random fact that I've recently learned. When I sit here on these stools, my feet get pins and needles in a matter of seconds. So it's not a great spot when I have computer work to do. Sitting on the couch is an option too for computer work, and while it may be comfortable, it's definitely not ergonomically correct. I've come to realize that what I do need is a desk, a place to sit and think and write and work comfortably. So I made a change. I disassembled and moved the dining table out and brought the desk in. This desk had been upstairs beside my bed, and I was using it as a bedside stand. And as soon as I put it here, I could see that the space would work much better for me. This is one of those moments where living like you love yourself means letting go of some expectations. The expectation that a home should look a certain way, the expectation that rooms should be used for what they were designed for, the expectation that we should keep things simply because that's what's normal. But loving yourself sometimes looks like asking a very simple question. What do I actually need here that suits me the most and makes the most sense for me? And then answering that question by creating a space and flow that does indeed work best. Not based on what anyone else is doing or what you'd see in a design magazine. And I think it's safe to say that these days it matters less to me what others might think of my home. I mean, I have a 4.5-foot cat tree in what should be a dining room. Living like you love yourself also shows up in the quieter moments, in the way you take care of your things and your home, not obsessively or perfectly, but thoughtfully. Putting things away with intention, cleaning not because you should, but because you like the way that it feels when it's done. There's something very grounding about caring for your home in small ways, in respectful ways, and it sends a message to yourself that you matter. And I do think that's the heart of it. When we live like we love ourselves, our homes stop being something we perform in or a place where we feel the need to impress others, and it starts being something that helps us and is our safe space and haven in this chaotic and sometimes crazy world. A place where we can rest and live however we want to live. And for me, that includes creating a home where the cats feel safe and comfortable too. They've already been through so much. They deserve a space where they can rest and play and run around like fiends. If rearranging a room makes my daily life easier, and if choosing function over form brings a little more peace and playtime for the little girls, then I think those choices are worth making. So if you're feeling like your home doesn't quite fit you right now, or if you've been holding on to things, layouts, habits, expectations that no longer fit, or maybe never did, then this could be your reminder. You don't need to impress anyone. You don't need to justify your choices, and you don't need permission to live in a way that feels right and comfortable for you. Live like you love yourself and let your home reflect that. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope your day is filled with peace and positivity in a home that takes care of you and not the other way around. Oh, and just a note, I won't be uploading a video next Friday. I'll be away on vacation with my daughter, enjoying the sun and the sand. She really needs to escape from the long, cold Ottawa winter, and I am more than happy to keep her company while she does. So have a great week, be well, and we'll chat in a couple of weeks. Take care.